And verse 5, and God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. My friends, that world got so evil that God he had no other choice than to destroy it. I will say this, I think we're getting very dangerously close to this today with the gender confusion, homosexual movement, and abortions, and you name it. When you see the way the radical left is behaving today, such hypocrites, always trying to point the finger at a conservative and have to say that his life has to be perfect in the background or he's terrible and he's unfit, but they never hold to the same standards for themselves. And I'm referring to the attack on Judge Kavanaugh. You know, they say that there's this accusation that came up the last minute that said that when he was 17, I think it was, or in his teenage years, that he groped a girl and sexually assaulted her somehow. But I don't believe it for 1 minute, because these Democrats, these leftists, they will lie and do it, saying anything. Bring false witnesses in, false accusations. It's part of their program. And sickening. It's disgusting. And I'm so tired of it. But even if he had done something like that, which everybody that knows the man says he's nothing like that. All right? So it's his word against this other woman's word, this liberal's word. And I'm not going to go into the details of it today. I will say this, that let's just say it was true and he had done something like that in his teenage years when he was 17. Does that disqualify him from doing anything the rest of his life, holding any public office? My goodness. If that was our standard, nobody, except for Jesus Christ himself, would be allowed to hold any public office, let alone all those liberals who are the accusers. My goodness. What about forgiveness and grace? I'm just saying, what if he did do that? I can think of things I did when I was young, before I had been born again. Before I had become a sincere Christian. I did all kinds of stupid stuff, and so did you. And if you say, no, I never did, well, you're probably lying or self-righteous. And I would never want somebody to hold some of those things. They could say, oh, Pastor Ben, when he was a teenager, when he was in his early 20s, he did this and that. He can't be a pastor. God used harlots, former harlots. God uses former broken people to do mighty things. Okay? Let's stop playing the game that the liberals are always trying to demand. It always goes back to, oh, they did something 40 years ago that disqualifies them because they can't find anything else. So they find out ways to accuse where it throws enough mud on the wall that it tarnishes people's reputations. And it's an abomination. It's disgusting. These people should be ashamed of themselves. I will tell you this, not one liberal is qualified to be in office today because they support homosexual marriage and abortion and other things that are against God's law. They currently support those things. Not one liberal is morally capable of being in a position of leadership. And yet they try to say that Kavanaugh isn't when his record is impeccable. Disgusting. That's just an example. This world is getting more wicked as we go. We are in a battle, my friends. See that you're on the right side. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. Verse 6. You know, it upsets God when he makes something and it goes so wicked. so vile? It grieves him. Don't be on the side that grieves God, okay? And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth. Christian Overcomers is brought to you by the tithes and offerings of our listeners. If you'd like to support our ministry, please go to ChristianOvercomers.com. God bless you, and thank you for your support.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah.